I can never get enough of this fantastic Australian singer's voice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to slow down a little bit now. Give me a chance to get the blood back into my face. With a song that was written by one of my favourite songwriters in the world, a fellow named Ross Wilson. This one's from Whispering Jack. It's called Touch of Paradise.
So this wasn't originally a song for him, although he produced it.
Flamingos rock and sway in peace. Seeing this, it makes my trouble cease.
I know this is such a singing teacher thing, but singing flamingos and singing on the with the closed mouth and being that high and it's still sounding wonderful, that is normally something that throws people off, because when you close that vowel and you sing on the consonant, you're kind of stopping your airflow, but he's managing to keep his airflow going at the same time. So normally I tell people just keep away from that, keep on the vowel, but he is managing to kind of still just be like, oh, I'm sailing through this, even though this is actually very, very difficult to do. Classic.
The sun is hiding, leaving a pink star that stretches right across the sky. That's all we've seen so far. And all I do is look into your eyes for that special touch of paradise. Show me, just a touch of paradise. Just a special touch of paradise.
It makes me want to cry. He's just so born for this. I was just thinking of how easy it is, how happy he looks on stage. There's a million technical things I could talk about, but ultimately it kind of shows that it's not just technical excellence, it's mentally being able to get yourself there as well. He's not getting in his own way one bit. He's just allowing it to flow. He's enjoying it. He's enjoying the music. He's expressing the music, and he's not thinking about every moment. He's just being.
You hold my hand, that's when we kiss, and it doesn't take long, no.
Those runs are so precise as well.
Of this love that stretches out across the land, where rainbows flash as we're walking in the sand.
He has such a great concept of phrasing. Where rainbows touch. I don't know if that's even the melody, but na, 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 na. Nothing is the same volume. It's constantly got this flow and movement to it, and that's another important thing in dynamics, but also there's a hypothetical to it. You want to follow the flow and the movement of life. You don't want everything to be like a robot. And when we're expressing, we are never speaking really even. We're not keeping all our volumes the same. We're moving melody, we're moving volumes. How do you express naturally when you speak? And you'll realize that you have quirks and little nuances that you use all the time when you're communicating, and you can add them all into your singing. And he's singing like he's speaking. He's allowing it to
And all I do is look into your eyes,
and has some lovely vowels as well. I love that descending synth.
Touch of spring and autumn sweet. Will the trees vibrate? Will our eyes meet? And I'll thank you for the love we have been making. Sing it with me now. You touch my head.
what is really interesting, na, 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 everyone's singing this, and you can hear kind of female voices finding it quite high in their range. That shows you how high it is, and he makes it look so easy. Again, that's just going to be him. It's going to be his anatomy, and you have to find joy in your own natural range, but you can also learn to expand that range, and you can kind of sing within the edges of it. However, if you're a bass, you're not going to be a tenor. But so learn to love who you are, and then build upon that. That's how I always see it anyway. And he's definitely built upon the top of his range. Now, he also has really worked hard. He worked as a plumber's apprentice while he was working before he was pursuing his singing career, and he is the only Australian artist to have a #1 record on 5 consecutive decades. So yeah, I mean, he's deserving, right? All right. A lovely soprano saxophone there.
And all I do is look into your eyes. For that special touch of paradise.
And the way that he can just shift gears so quickly, his breath control must be on point. The singing isn't all about just being able to take a big breath in. It's about being able to gently and well, not always gently, but control that out breath. There he is really going for resonance, as well as there was a little bit of drive, so he was using a little bit more air. He was pushing his vocal cords a little bit more tightly together, and also I could hear with that distortion he's bringing his false vocal folds, which are actually there to protect our vocal cords from excessive pressure, but just bringing them across and letting them vibrate, which gives you that distorted feeling and gives it that emotional feeling as well. But you want to be able to go between all these different settings very quickly in order to be able to achieve things like this.
Just a special touch of paradise. Show me, just a touch of paradise. Yeah. Just a special touch of paradise. Just a touch of paradise.
He's not overdoing it as well. He's really classy, and he's just letting those moments happen where it's needed, but also he's really understated. So it's all about the storytelling, which is really lovely.
Just a touch of paradise. Yeah.
The backing vocalists are spot on as well. What I love that he's got consistency throughout his range, so when he's up in his head voice, it's kind of a mix. He just eases it off as he moves up his range. Another masterclass. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.